Well, abracadabra, you're ambiguous. Accessibilities. Accessibilities. I like these positive words, accessibilities, because really I feel like a lot of, buildings are quite ambiguous as to whether they want you to have accessibility or whether they provide accessibilities for the people who need them. Very ambiguous, but I like the world moving towards accessibilities for everybody. Very accessible, and lots of accessibilities. We live in a very fortunate world where we are constantly developing more accessibilities. Accessibility, accessibilities, accessibilities. Accessibilities. These are some amazing words. A-words are amazing words. Amphitheatrical, 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 amphitheatrical. I don't know what that means, but amphitheatrical, 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 amphitheatrical. Reminds me of one time I performed at a theatre, playing my little recorder back in primary school, but I'm sure that's not what amphitheatrical means, but maybe it does. Amphitheatrical, amphitheatrical, really sounds a lot like anthropological, 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 anthropological. The abracadabra made your room very aesthetic, but the results might be a bit ambiguous. But fortunately, we created more accessibilities to the amphitheatrical, anthropological, articulate room design. The amphitheatrical, anthropological, articulate, or for some of you, I guess it would be articulate, 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 articulate. We like it when people are articulate. Or it's okay if they're articulate. Articulate. Articulate, 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 articulate. Articulate. Would you say that you're articulate or anthropological, amphitheatrical? We have some big words here today: articulate, anthropological, amphitheatrical, accessibilities, ambiguous, aesthetic, abracadabra, 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 abracadabra. So I need to be articulate with my pronunciation. Articulate, 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 crisp and articulate, 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 accessible. Alphabetical. 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 Alpha. 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 Alphabetical. Alphabetical. That is very aesthetic and alphabetical. Atmospherics. 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 The atmosphere is very atmospherical, articulate, and anthropological, amphitheatrical, and aesthetic. Aesthetic. We love it when things are atmospheric. I've been redesigning this small study room to be more aesthetic. It's quite messy, as you can see. You know, things are arbitrarily placed around the room. But I've been using some nice lights to try and make the room more aesthetic and more atmospheric. I've been trying to make the atmosphere more vibrant, but calming and soothing. Relaxing, calming and soothing, and atmospheric. The atmospherics, I'm trying to make the atmospherics more alluring to be towards people who are trying to relax and have a very articulate video to watch. Aesthetic, abracadabra, and a nice time. So hopefully, I like this light setup I've done today. I think it's probably better if I'm a bit further away from the mic. My face gets lit up, I think, a bit better. But I've never studied this light design stuff, but you know, that's part of understanding how to build a nice atmosphere. Atmospherics. Atmosphere. 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 But you know, this video is being dissected very anatomically with the chapters, anatomical, anatomical. Although the chapters probably won't make sense because this video is ambiguous. Ambiguous, ambiguous, anatomical, anatomical. We want our aerodynamicist to be articulate to an anatomical degree so that his design is aesthetic and not ambiguous. We don't need the amphitheatrical abracadabra spells in his design. We want a clean, crisp, articulate, aerodynamic aeroplane. Clean, aesthetic, not ambiguous, accessible, amphitheatrical, anthropological, articulate design by our aerodynamicist. Anatomical, 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 anatomical. Oftentimes we are quite anatomical when we look at ourselves. We dissect everything into mistakes and right and wrong, correct and incorrect. But maybe we should be more free and take our life less anatomically, less biological sort of dissections in our life. We can be a bit more free, like this video. No need to be so serious with all the triggers. No need to be so stiff. Relax, you can enjoy the time you have. Because this video is alliterative. Alliteration. Alliterative. All these videos will be alliterative to some degree, and that makes this wonderful, 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 wonderful. Some things that tickle my ASMR brain are when things are alliterative, because that makes it aesthetic and abracadabra. We like it when things are alliterative and articulate and aesthetic, because that tickles our brain in some way. So I'm looking forward to making more of these videos where I, create a very anatomically alliterative, atmospheric environment for you guys to enjoy and listen and tickle that little brain of yours. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you would subscribe, because I'll be making more of these and they're coming your way. So yeah, it was ASMR A words are amazing words, and soon I'll catch you with ASMR B words, and then C words and D words and E words. But today we're gonna recognize that ASMR A words